Mr. Donald J. Trump. My name is Mohammed Al Namr. Obviously, I'm a Muslim. I'm also a doctor. I'm an OBGYN, successful physician, serving the community. I love what I'm doing, and I'm proud of being here in the United States of America, working, serving my community, serving my family, earning good living. I'm enjoying freedom in a free country, among free people. I'm just here to tell you, first of all, congratulations on being the president-elect, number 45, to be the president of the United States of America. Obviously, you did a good job. Obviously, you did your homework and you tapped into what American people were always longing for and dreaming of. Good economy, jobs, and more regulations of immigration laws and enforcement of the immigration laws to keep this country safe and hence keep it great. So congratulations, Mr. Trump, on your win in a landslide. No one is actually negating or denying what you've done, you and your team. That is first of all. I have to tell you that I'm not pro you or pro your agenda or pro your ways and methods of tapping into the fears and worries and concerns of the American people. These worries and concerns were absolutely true and were absolutely valid. And it was very smart of you to tap into these concerns. But I'm also here to tell you that I'm concerned too. Representing my Muslim community, my immigrant community, and especially my Middle Eastern community, we are very concerned. Your language and your ways of presenting your agenda was absolutely concerning to us. You voiced your ways of solving the American problems and their solutions included lots of hateful rhetoric and racist messages. Not only that, you just appointed 3 of the most known racist people throughout the history of this country. You appointed Mr. Bannon as a personal advisor of yours. You appointed General Flynn, who is actually denying that my religion is a true religion. He's actually saying that this religion is a political ideology. It doesn't have any religious roots. And any middle school student that studied a little bit about the history of Islam will know that what Mr. Flynn is saying is absolutely not true. You also appointed Mr. Sessions, And just to remind you, Mr. Sessions was actually denied a position of a federal judge by Republicans, by conservatives, because of his racist slurs and rhetorics. My message to you today is not just to congratulate you, and it's not just to voice my concern that is so representative of my people and people having sharing with me the same faith and the same roots and backgrounds. My message to you is actually quite a challenge. What I'm trying to say is, if you are really concerned and you're really adamant and sincere about governing this country, the country that's based on liberty, equality, and freedom of speech and faith, I think you're obligated to address all American people, including American Muslims. And there is no way that you are going to be able to address us and acknowledge us, our problems, our fears, our concerns, without the knowledge. The knowledge about our people, about our faith, about our traditions, about our rituals, about our cultural differences. Throughout the years, especially after September 11th, 2001, we've been actually trying so hard to prove to the American administration how sincere we are in helping with the problem of facing terrorism and hitting its roots rather than just symptomatically treating it. The problem of terrorism and extremism has its roots. And as a physician, I know there's a difference between treating the disease from its roots, from its causality, and just giving a disease some Motrin and some Tylenol to make the pain better and to make the patient feel a little bit better rather than curing the patient. You have a huge problem in front of you. And this problem is based on understanding Islam and understanding Muslims. And based on that, I am offering you a challenge. A challenge to the people around you and to you yourself. If you really need to be able to address and acknowledge this community and to include rather than exclude this section of people, you actually need help. You need help from within the community. You need help from people like us. You need to incorporate advisors and counselors that can actually tell you more and advise you and teach you more about this community. You need to understand more about Islam and Muslims. There are very well-spoken people that have the knowledge of the history, of the nature, and of the core of this very peaceful religion. You do have the advisor of President Obama. I know you don't like him, But Dalia Mujahid is one of the best people that can actually guide you, that can actually give you and offer you an advice about how to tackle extremism. Linda Sarsour is another very well-educated person that you can ask for advice and you can actually appoint as a counselor and as an advisor in Islamic affairs. I'm actually offering you my help, myself, me, Mohammed Al-Namr. If you're willing to take it, if you're willing to tackle that challenge in a mature way, not in a shoot from the hip type of management style. If you're really willing to acknowledge my people and the rest of the American Muslim community, I am actually stretching my hand to you. And I'm willing not to be paid for that. I'm willing to go to Washington, D.C. to offer you the advice and the knowledge and the history about this beautiful religion, about all the aspects that Muslims go through and suffer through in the Western community. I'm also able to tell you about Middle East and the conflicts that they have over there, because I was born there and I spent half of my lifetime there. Again, Mr. Trump, I am willing to give you that service for free. I'm willing to sacrifice the time and the money to give you a hand. And at the end of the day, the benefit will be for everyone. I'm benefiting you to be able to govern the right way, not the bully way. I'm giving you the benefit of knowledge of our history and our culture, so that your message is not going to come out as a racist bully that is just strong-arming a bunch of Muslims. If you're willing to govern in a humane way, if you're willing to govern and deal with all aspects of the American society, including the Muslim community, I am really offering you my help. Again, my name is Mohammed Al-Namr. I'm a physician, I'm a surgeon, I'm a Muslim, and I'm proud to be American in a couple of months. Mr. Trump, I'm so willing to be your personal counselor and advisor in the Islamic affairs. And maybe at the end of the day, your presidency would turn out to be a good presidency, a good time, rather than being the second most fearful time for Muslims, for immigrants after George W. Bush time. I really hope you get my message, and I really hope you can make something out of it.